Alright, you guys, so we're back for part two of what I believe in, what I believe, and the reason why I created this podcast. Now, we left off with the realization of how and why we're here, as to the creators creating us and the purpose we must fulfill in a way. So, getting back into that, I wanted to go back into the part where we were speaking, where I spoke of basically ego consciousness, which I didn't call it ego consciousness, but it's a part of the whole tapestry of male, female, if you will, spirit, physical. Those things kind of are correlated with one another. And to get back into the mindset that we were in, so that you can get a grasp upon how these two parts are connected, or how these two things are intricately connected. Nothing the creator ever does is imperfect. The results may give a imperfect response from the perceiver. Let's rewind. If I paint a canvas and it's in red and black, you would say, you must have a dark mind. However, I might say, it's the contrasting colors and the way that these paradoxical placements of specks here and streaks here and loops here are brandished together to create the image that I see, that I kind of deem as awkward or beautiful, or maybe it's terrifying, maybe it's one of the two. But if my intentions are good and not evil in my approach to my art, those are the negative connotations. My perspective is not going to be your perspective. But, however, go back. That's not the case. So if my intentions are to do good, I would put good into the world. But we're not going to go that far. Playing back from the creator created us, I say that you could say that the creator imbued us with evil and good, in the intention of knowing where the balance would be. If there's too much good, would this be good? If there's too much bad, would this be bad? All those different avenues are the same for figuring out a recipe. If you want to bake a moist cake, you have to have, for us non-vegan individuals, you non-vegan individuals, not me, you have to have eggs, butter, milk, just to make sure the bread of the cake stays moist and well balanced. And you have to make sure there's an equal proportion of mixed ingredients, not equal proportions as in they would have to have the correct proportion for ingredients. There must be a perfect balance in order for the cake to come out correctly. Now that you can see it in that particular light, would you say that the creator would be evil? I don't know what your perspective is. If there is anything evil it's because of us. With the influence from whether it's yang or yin, your choice in life is always made up of these particular balances. And the more imbalances that we have, the more we experience these phenomena of good and evil. And until we tilt the balance of the scales to make sure that it's equilibrium on the scope of finding where we don't have to have these things anymore, we will continually have a world of imbalance, unappreciated emotional feelings and thoughts in areas we didn't want them to be in. If we're able to replicate a better idea of who we want to be and where we want to be in the world and how the world should be, then we have a better equilibrium because of the choices we've made to get to that particular point. In my classes that I want to create, I will give a bit more in depth because it's something that we can explore to a greater extent. But for the purposes of this, I know there would be a longer conversation and we can always go in a greater depth, but I don't have enough time to put into one segment. In this particular segment, I'm going to just give a splash and then we'll go from there. And if you have comments or concerns, you're welcome to ask or go forward with. So, in my own space, the belief system that I've had for this long is based in my experience. Not necessarily that I had to read about it, but it did get a great deal of information and wisdom from those who have already been here, and how to listen, how to be observant, how to be aware, how to be connected, what that means and where it's coming from. Initially for me, I had experience from my own memories of past lives and just intuition to kickstart my journey into finding out and doing the things that I need to do to get to where I am capable of discerning things the way I have been, discerning the life that, has been placed in front of so many different people, and can honestly say that I know for sure what I believe in. I know where I come from. I know where I'm supposed to go and how to get there in the respects that I've been given. I can only hope that will do the same for you and where you're going and what you're hoping for. So all these podcast episodes and anything that's attached to my podcast, I love and appreciate every single one of you and hope that it will benefit you in the direction you can go to find the results you need, the questions you need answers to, the answers you need questions from are right there in front of you. Not even necessarily that you have to go out and find it. You have to go out and have someone the more you build off of your momentum to keep finding, or build off the momentum of honestly wanting to be your best self, the more conclusions and evidence will pour out the results of how you're supposed to make those things happen for yourself. And you have to know, you'll learn to know or believe or sense you're guided in a way that you need to be. And not everything is a sign or a point to where you're supposed to go, but in those still moments that you can find a quiet and a peace, there is an answer. But I don't try to give too much, because in your life, you're you and I'm me, and my results won't be yours, and my seeking won't be yours, and my looking won't be yours, my knocking won't be yours. Whatever it is that is mine, I can only give you a neutral position on certain things, and a perspective of who can gain the best results from it and how they can gain the best results from it. And then eventually you can go on your own journey and find the answers you're looking for yourself. I don't know if I'm meant to be a self-help book, but I do look at other people in their own lives and perspectives and gain knowledge from their life and perspective if I'm meant to, because sometimes it's just meant to be. Other times you're just meant to find out on your own, and if that's the case, then you find out on your own and go from there. But never be discouraged, because you're not by yourself. As much as it seems like you're by yourself, you're with millions and billions and trillions of other people, even outside of this world and universe, this world of Earth, doing the same thing you're doing, looking for the answers, searching, seeking, and putting themselves together in the best way that they possibly can, so that they can grow and be more, and to manifest the world that they hope to live in, so that they can exist and exonerate the being who brought us into existence in their special way. And your ritual, your religion, your belief systems, your personifications of what is the creator, is all inside of you. That's your gift, your traveling companion, quote unquote. However you have a relationship with the divine aspect that came before anything that is the creator, I hope that you choose to listen with a sincere heart, clearest mind, and the best intentions. And if you honestly, truthfully want what the creator wants for you, the results will be spectacular and phenomenal. And no one else can do it for you, but they can help you along the way as well. And as long as you keep striving, you'll get to where you're supposed to be. It's only a matter of time. So, with that, I have to get ready to get up out of here. I thank you all so much for listening in. And as I promised, these episodes will be available twice. Well, not twice a week. Maybe it's going to be twice a week, because I might just do this recording today and then do a second one tomorrow. And just release 2 different episodes a week. That might be what I do. We'll see. But until next time, lovelies, I thank you so much for joining me. Love, love, love you. And you guys have a great one. See ya.